So Deb Haaland will be definitely looking at the I believe delay in funds. She is Secretary of the Interior, no less. Um, she will be able to represent indigenous people, no matter what tribe. She said, hey, no matter what tribe you're from, I'm here for you. I'm here to, serve. So she's an incredible woman. She has really good energy. Let me just say that. And first indigenous woman, person to serve in this office of the Secretary of Interior. That kind of office is huge. We're a very significant, again, historical point. And we have a woman, an indigenous woman, who is very strong and sincere and empathetic. She's really a good choice for this job. And she will be representing the well-being of the land and the needs of indigenous people and the needs of the land. And no small task but she says, I'm down, and I believe she is. So she is right here. It shows like she's ready to take it on. First thing to do is funding, delayed in funding or action that needs to be taken. Okay. This is juggling, her juggling tasks. Because I'm sure that Trump's folks, I don't know, haven't left, not everyone will be leaving the place in good order. We know that. Okay, so Deb Haaland, there's that flow being that suspended, but that flow in place, a delay. Usually this delay can be also beneficial in hindsight type of thing. Getting something together. She is getting something together. I feel like she's working on how to make this work, how to run this office. Because she's very, very serious about it. And here's the rules, and here's the way in which you do things. And this is also teachings that she would have from her own culture that she comes from and the indigenous people of this land. So she has a mind that believes in structure and tradition and honor, and I see here grabbing somebody who's doing wrong and not letting them get away with it. It's like, no, you will not be doing that. I feel like she's going to be like scruffing them and like, she's not going to put up with any nonsense. If she's going to be a good mom. And that's what I really feel like she's doing. She's like a mom that's there. It's like, okay, I'm trying to. That's why I like her energy so much. And she is a mother, very maternal-like energy, and I feel like it's totally applied to her role as Secretary of Interior. And here we have a female air sign. And oh my gosh, a King of Cups. I believe this is Kamala, the Libra, right? And Joe, the Scorpio. Okay, so they pop into her reading. Hello. This could be Trump, but maybe this is somebody else too, as a new part. but it could be about also him. And as they are coming into office, they inherit a mess that's been deliberately made worse, like no other outgoing administration ever. It's going to be a pigsty, I know. And some people will be doing it more so than others. And so this King of Swords has always been my Donald Trump card. But I'm going to set him here, and I'm going to see what comes out next. I get victory, I get movement, and expansion. So I don't think it's Trump because of the other two cards being Kamala, Biden. This other male air sign, I think, is someone that she'll be working with a lot, and in connection or in addition to the president, Joe Biden. Let's just say it again. President Joe Biden. That's right. No Trump in there. No. Joe Biden. We have to get used to that now. Joe's Prez. And I see Kamala there, and then I'll figure out who this air sign other fellow is. Looks like they have success. I feel like these are people she's working with. To expand. She's given, I think she also may be given to expand her role. The good thing about the Secretary of Interior Office is that there's a lot of playroom. So she can make that her thing. And she totally will. So that she can serve the people the best way that she can with who she is. Okay. And then we're going to be dealing with, she's going to be bringing up well, let me just pull back on that. This is a victory and not taking any whiff of nonsense and being given accolades, being recognized as somebody that she's not kidding around. She's there to do the job. And she gets a bit of love. But that might make some people jelly. It's a bit of a jelly card, you know, kind of jealous. I do see the Tower and the Seven of Cups. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where pie in the sky and reality and things that need to change, what is the truth and what has been the delusion, will be made clear to some people. They might find it shocking. The false notions that we have built this country upon, and I say we, with the exception of the indigenous population. But these things are going to get these false sense of suppositions and horrible trope that we tend to believe type thing is going to, that this needs, again, it's another thing that needs lancing and cleaning out so that we can heal this and begin anew, and the way we always should have been, I think, eventually, that we can become trustworthy allies that are united as one. That's what we're meant to be. But we, and I say we because I'm white, came here, and so she's going to be dealing with those hot potato issues, let me put it that way, and serving up some swift I think it will be clear that it's time for the nonsense to be dispelled about how people think of the indigenous population. They are not stuck back, way back in time in 1865, although certainly their freedoms and recognition as even existing is stuck back there for most people. She's going to bring a voice that shatters the bullshit. That's what I'm getting. This clears away the confusion, that's been in place for a long time, the misunderstandings and it needs to be brought down because it's not the truth. It's based on BS. That means pulling a scab off, folks. It's a lot of pressure. But it is clear, it is clear, it is clear. She's not, I don't think, going to it's non-negotiable. That's what I feel. Okay. Right. Making clear that this is the end of the indigenous people just having to suffer and silence. That's just over. Again, she gets that 10 card with the 10 of Wands, and that Ace of Swords to me just feels like boiling point over. And no more BS, no more fantasy land about us and the land, and I'm gonna update you real quick is what it looks like we can expect from her. Okay. And there will be clarity, and she will bring also a gentle, fun side. She's got a great sense of humor, but she's not here to F around, man. I see that, and I love it. She's perfect. I can see now why she will be really good for this. And she's gonna take some heat, let me tell you. But I see a strength in her of resilience that is beautiful. And at the end of the day, it's like you're gonna love her. You're gonna love her for it. Because she's going to do you the favor of clearing the nonsense that you need away from your perspective so that you can be an effective helper and understand how things really are. And so you can listen. That's what I get with Miss Deb. Love it. Look how beautiful that sun is and that Page of Cups. And then the energy just lightens and bubbles. And I feel like she's got we're to know that her being can channel a lot of light. She has a lot of light that she pulls through herself, I feel like, with this. And she has a good sense of humor. And though she can be a hard taskmaster, she's meant to do the work. She's fully capable. It's going to astonish some people, and some people, I think, will be like, whoa, but they just need to calm down, take a breath, and listen, because they will be she is not doing this. It might seem radical, but we need to pay attention because there's something big, a big shift with her in this office is coming forward, and it's beneficial, not just for one person or set of group against another, but I see for everyone. And rebuilding properly. That means rebuilding our relationships on this land with each other after a great betrayal and suffering of their culture, of I'm getting cultural. Stop, the residential schools. I'm getting, you don't teach. I'm just, there. Latvians had something similar where our culture was outlawed by Russia, and they were, the typical thing of where they go in, an invader goes in, they tear down somebody else's and forbid their culture. That's going to be brought up. All that stuff needs to be healed. And getting clear, part of healing is getting clear on that and being honest about it, and crystal clear, though, however painful and however much you don't want to see it, you're going to see it, so we can move on. And that's going to shock, I think, set a lot of people who are used to an old story, but we need to rebuild, and she will be rebuilding with the understanding of that pain and suffering that needs now to heal, this division. Working on healing that divide itself is regaining trust, and that has to do with honesty. And she's dealing also then, I'm sure, with the issues of treaty and treaties and land. And then there's some big things because we didn't and haven't honored what we were supposed to do, our government, with the indigenous folks. They're trying to take away the Black Hills, for example. Watch these spaces. Biden, and I'm so glad he did, shut down the pipeline up there, I believe, South Dakota area. North Dakota, sorry. Thinking Pine Ridge now. But, regardless, my brain's everywhere. I know that it's in North Dakota. I mean, I watched those things. So, she's going to stir up things that need to be stirred up so they can be healed, and we can get down to real business, that we need to have done. And that we can end this painful chapter and begin a new dawn. A new dawn where we are healing. We are going into healing. We have to look at, admit, and heal. It's not all at once, wave a magic wand. This takes time. But she's able to start it, kick it off, and that's wonderful. That's what our society needs. See, look at that Wheel of Fortune with her. She is destined and always meant to be in this, the Spirit has wanted her to be in this office. And because she's meant to bring in sweeping catalyst of change, that wheel, to get that wheel change going, moving toward healing. And she will succeed, because it doesn't just help the indigenous population, but it will. And population. I feel a real sense of tradition coming back, their well-being, their personal well-being, because many of them suffer from illness, diabetes, and we're talking about, of course, there are addiction problems, there are issues with, they are like on the lowest priority. It's terrible. So they need to have equal care, and I see her looking to bring that in, and bringing it, not just looking, but bringing it in. And she will contribute greatly to the well-being of indigenous people of this land. She is meant to. Wheel of Fortune. She brings the change. She pushes the wheel. And I'm looking at revitalization of education and that means we'll all get schooled too. So hey, it's all good. And there's more of a fullness. There's this beautiful. The land is benefiting. This woman's in this beautiful garden. The land is thriving. She is thriving in her power, and she is not abusing her power. She is able to delegate. She is at peace. So there you go. This is on Deb Haaland. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed my reading, please like and subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time.